Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Muhammad Naufal Hafizhi bin Arikhuzair. Today, I am going to be speaking to you about RAW versus JPEG, image quality, flexibility, and post-processing workflow. Before I start my speech, let me show you a short video about RAW and JPEG.
This is like a RAW file. When processing an image, you can adjust features like exposure, white balance, and shadows, features you'd normally control in your camera. And this is like a JPEG file. You really can't control much when processing an image like this. And now you know the main difference between RAW and JPEG.
In the realm of digital photography, where pixels and algorithm coverage to capture moments frozen in time, the choice between RAW and JPEG formats stands as a pivotal decision for every photographer. It's not just about the technicalities of file formats, it's about unlocking the true potential of your image. So today we embark on a journey into the heart of this choice, delving into the intricacies of RAW versus JPEG, exploring how this format impact image quality. Now that we understand the importance of choosing the right image formats, let's delve into the first aspect, image quality. The difference between image quality, RAW format image quality are lossless compression and maximum detail. Preserves all the data captured by the camera sensor. It also 12-bit RAW image can contain up to 68.7 billion colors, 4096 tonal values per color channel. RAW image contains wider dynamic range and color gamut. JPEG format image quality are lossy compressions and potential loss of detail processing decisions made by the camera software. 8-bit JPEG image that can only contain up to 16.8 million colors, 256 tonal value for red, green, and blue channels. Potentially should add higher frame per second and for longer periods of time without slowing down your camera. Now that we've examined the basics, let's move on to how each format affects the flexibility in editing. Flexibility in editing RAW, in terms of flexibility and editing lists, contain so much information. They provide a high level of flexibility during post-processing. Photographers can make significant adjustments to exposure, contrast, color balance, and other settings without sacrificing image quality. Edits made to RAW files are typically non-destructive. This means that adjustments don't permanently alter the original data. Instead, there are instructions for how the file should be processed when converted to a viewable format. JPEG in terms of flexibility and editing lists, when editing JPEG files, there is less room for adjustment compared to RAW files, since some data has already been described during compression. Making significant change to exposure, color balance, or other settings can lead to a noticeable loss in image quality. Edits in JPEG also are often more destructive because they directly impact the compressed data. Each time a JPEG is resaved, additional data is lost, potentially leading to a cumulative degradation of image quality over multiple edits. Understanding the flexibility of each format is crucial, but equally important is the post-processing workflow. Let's explore this next. In post-processing workflow, to work with RAW files, photographers typically use specialized software such as Adobe Lightroom, Capture One, or the camera manufacturer's proprietary of software. RAW editing also is non-destructive, meaning that adjustments made during post-processing do not alter the original data. Instead, the editing software creates a set of instructions for how the file should be processed when exported to viewable format. JPEG format post-processing workflow can be opened and edited using a variety of software, including popular image editing programs like Adobe Photoshop. Editing a JPEG file can be more disruptive compared to RAW because change directly affect the compressed data. Each time a JPEG is received, additional data is lost. So, for the conclusions, many photographers make a choice for a middle ground approach, shooting in both RAW and JPEG simultaneously if their cameras allows. The flexibility of RAW for critical shots that may require extensive editing while also having a convenience of quickly usable JPEG for everyday or non-critical situations. Ultimately, the choice between RAW and JPEG is a matter of balancing flexibility and convenience based on the individual preference and the demand of the photography workflow. That's all for me. Thank you for lending your ears.